most couples, used to have 6, 7, 8 children. So it probably, I would say between 150 and 200 Jewish people. And the town was mostly Ukraine people. Now, I don't know how they got to Lu after the World.War I, or they were there before, but most Gentiles were Ukraine. There were some Hungarian families which were left over from the Austro-Hungary Empire, and they stayed after World.War I. Mostly Jewish people were in some kind of a trade. Had some tailors, you had some shoemakers, you had some guys owned some stores. One guy owned a flour mill, and a couple of people were doing some buying up apples from orchards, from the farmers. Early in the spring, they used to buy the crop and hoping that the crop was a good crop. And then after they took off in the fall the apples, they used to resell them to, used to come down big business people who used to make wine or vinegar or that stuff, and they used to buy up the apples and then ship them down to their factories. And we also had a Jewish butcher, and it so happened that it was a kosher butchery, and the guy who owned it was an uncle of mine. That was my father's brother-in-law. And as far as I remember, we had most, I would say all of the Jewish couples, Jewish people in the town were Orthodox. We had one shul, and we had also, in the same building, we had a mikveh, and we had also cheder, a Hebrew school, public Hebrew school. And we had public schools, Czech schools.
I was born in Pt.2, Carpathia. My family was father, mother, and 4 children, 4 sons. I had an elder brother and 2 little sisters besides me. My mother wanted real Jewish, so we are sent to Jewish school, not school, it wasn't really a school.
Day school? Day school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, day school.
Is this a cheder?
Yeah, but that wasn't, it wasn't for sure a cheder. It was
Girls.
the girls went together and they made us a day school. They brought a teacher. Besides, we had a beautiful, gorgeous synagogue. We had 3 or 4 synagogues in the town.
Your father was a Mishnah Chosed, I don't know.
Yes, He was a host for Vishnitz. And the rest of, there were all kinds of Hasidim in the town.
Hundreds?
They counted about 600 people.
The Segeder Jewish people before the war was very good. They lived good. Everybody worked on, let's see, they began to work Monday morning and they finished Friday afternoon. Everybody went to the mikveh, they cleaned up, and they went to the synagogue. And everybody from the synagogue go home. Every Jew had everything on the table, like challah, wine, fish, and a nice soup, a nice meal, everybody, all the Jews. Saturday morning, we get up and we went to the synagogue, mostly all the Jews. For 3-4 hours, we came home, we find on the tables everything, Shabbos meals. And then in the afternoon, the people lay down a little, and then into the night time, I get to the synagogue. And so far it was very good. Everybody lived good. One had a little more, one a little less, but they lived good. It was 5 big synagogues.
I'm born in a village which is called Luch. That was a small village, around 30 Jewish family. I lived next to Michael Kratz, and I was born there and grew up till I was 21 years old. This is, next village to us was Veliki Bochkov, Slatina, and the other side from there was the Tisa, and the other side was Romania, which we were swimming the Tisa across it always, no disturbance we had there. This was our life till I was still in 1940. We lived there. There's a smaller village. Next to us is a bigger village. It's called Veliki Bochkov. And there we went, I was working in a store. Should I say from the school from the beginning?
Yeah.
I went to Haider. You want to hear this too?
Yeah.
Okay. So when we were small boys, we had to go in the Jewish school, which is called the Cheder, and also in the public school. Now, the public school was there half a day only, because half of the children went in the morning, the other half went in the afternoon. Just was one public school only. Just we went early in the morning. I got up 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 we was already in the Cheder. From there we went to the public school, went home for breakfast, and then went to the public school. From the public school to 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock we went home, and then we went to the Jewish school there, Cheder, till late in the evening. And there we grew up. The public school, we went together with Michael. He went to the chair. Yeah, that time when I grew up, before it was not a chair, it was all just a Ukrainian school. And then after this came and they opened up a chair school, which I was between the first one. First, he was in the second year, right? Second. And then we went to the chess school, and then we finished. And then we went to work. I was working after in Veliki Bochkov. That was a store which I had to work there 3 years with no pay, just the food. I got it.
I was born in 1911 in Hust and grew up there I've been there till the Second World War started. On the beginning, when I was a youngster, it was just Cheders, but later was developed the Talmud Torah. It was a special building for all classes in the Cheder. It was a very nice Jewish community. The town was about 20,000 population, and 40% of them was Jews.